It's week 2 of the 2024 season, and we'll be watching Terry McLaurin. He's coming off one of his biggest games in both yards and touchdowns last week. It's the Commanders and the Bengals coming up next.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw, it's Lance. Open man is Samuel, complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they'd place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Back to Mixon on second down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They give to Mixon to try to pick and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it looks like, yes, the Commanders have it. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson, the Commander offense. Last week, and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the gun, it's Lance. And he slings one that's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Lance. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Robinson up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They begin with a run by Mixon. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground. Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball? Absolutely. You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Commanders, terrific last week in the season opening victory. And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket? I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage. Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Looking to throw on second down. Lance. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
This is fielded at the 27. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense returns to the field. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talking about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. And Thomas has it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. To the air again, Burrow. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Here's Matt Ariza now. Hardman on the return. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Washington offense set to take over again. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. second down and a run by Robinson. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From just shy of midfield.
Lance got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
A give up the middle to Gibson. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run again here with Robinson. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Washington on 3rd down.
Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Robinson again.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And Lance now to throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Burrow will throw. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
It's Mixon on the counter. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Burrow. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Burrow.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 42-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And Burrow going to throw again.
Got a man open. It's Chase. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23.
He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. Running left, it's Mixon. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level.
That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
From the 29, Lance. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, 71 yards. And the Commanders have moved out in front. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Mix it up the middle. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Burrow looking to pass.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Commanders back out late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And they work this out past the 25.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Lance now on first down.
Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 7. Here's Lance. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it.
This is brought in by Gibson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We get started just upstate from us here in Florida. Dallas paying a visit to the Sunshine State to take on Jacksonville. And it's the Cowboys on top as they play the second quarter. Dak Prescott lighting it up. He's got 3 touchdown passes. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Juju Smith-Schuster, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium. See what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And that one all even as they play the visiting Carolina Panthers. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And it's been the running game that's pushed them to this halftime lead. Over 100 yards as a team in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here is Washington now to take over.
They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Second half begins with a run by Robinson.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
On 2nd down and 4, Lance.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A give left side to Robinson to the 43, 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From just shy of midfield, Lance. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Throwing now is Lance.
He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The gain of 3 on the play. And they'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. Now this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow.
Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Now Lance.
And this one's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
And Lance going to throw.
Flushed out right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And the Bengals take over, 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
On the counter, this is Robinson. 97 yards rushing for him now to this point.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Robinson with another carry.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
15 yards the pickup, 1st down Washington.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And now they'll throw with Lance.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
And Lance now to throw.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Robinson going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
He'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run from Brian Robinson.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bengals set to take over.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Burrow. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Play action. It's Burrow. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Again, it's Burrow. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Burrow will throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. To throw again on second down. Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Robinson up the middle. And he's got room. And down inside the 15 he goes. 142 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Lance looking for Dotson, and he's got him. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Lance. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards for number 11. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He gets it to Thomas. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. From the gun on third down, Lance. Got an open man, finds Gibson.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And out now, here come the Bengals.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. After the pick 6, here's Burrow again.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. On second down, here's Mixon.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow.
Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Burrow.
And his throw is incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
The Commanders' offense returning to the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And some space here. Touchdown, Washington.
Brian Robinson Jr., his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
Quick slant caught by Chase.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. From the 36, Burrow to Mixon on the check down. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Burrow looking to pass. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. In the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
2nd and 8 coming up. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball. Keep their
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day,